South Wales police are having a bit of a rough time lately, from an unnamed Gwent police constable who resigned before his misconduct hearing after more than 2 years on paid suspension for predatory behaviour, and 7 plod who are currently under investigation by the IOPC for potential failings surrounding a crash in which 3 people died and 2 were seriously injured. Well, now we have another case, disturbing case of predatory behaviour. However, this time it wasn't to a woman or even an adult for that matter. 47-year-old PC Anthony French from South Wales Police Force faced a misconduct hearing on Thursday after he was caught out chatting to what he believed was a 14-year-old boy on the Grindr gay dating app. The allegation was that on April the 18th, 2023, French logged into the Grindr app on his personal phone and initiated a conversation with what he believed to be a 14-year-old boy. Over a 3-hour period, I'm assuming he was on duty at the time, but the information I have doesn't specifically say. Over a 3-hour period, French sent inappropriate messages to the boy, all the while under the impression that he was 14. Messages which included telling the boy that he was cute and asking the boy to confirm he was 14, which he did. French also commented on the boy's body and asked for a photo of his body. However, and thankfully, the boy was in fact undercover police. During the investigation, French's personal device was examined and it was found that he had also accessed X-Hamster and viewed videos of gay porn. Now, to be fair, if he's watching adult pornography and is an adult, I don't see what business it is of the police's unless he was doing it whilst he was on duty. His sexual preferences shouldn't matter at all, and I don't really see any bearing on this, but it's what's been reported, so I'm letting you know. When French was spoken to by police, he denied having downloaded the Grindr app, and it appears that he had known the investigation was incoming because reports suggest his phone had been factory reset, claiming that the mobile phone had been reset due to a fault. Police did seize a second Apple iPhone from French, and during the investigation, police found that his device was in fact used by French in the manner alleged, as in to speak to someone on Grindr and access X-Hamster. Following the investigation into these devices, French was arrested again, this time on suspicion of attempting to mislead police to avoid prosecution, and he gave a strict no-comment interview. Now, although Section 67 of the Serious Crime Act 2015 makes it an offence for anybody aged 18 or older to intentionally communicate with a child under 16 years old, where the person acts for a sexual purpose and the communication is sexual or intended to elicit a sexual response, the Crown Prosecution Service decided that this offence did not meet the threshold of prosecution, even though people use dating apps for relationships and sex, and Anthony French was clearly looking to get his rocks off with a child, otherwise he would have blocked the profile and reported it straight away. It was, however, fortunate that French was chatting to an undercover copper rather than a real child, although I personally don't think that matters. When somebody tells you that they're 14, you should immediately cease contact. Besides, I'm sure the picture would have indicated that the person was very young, so I don't see any mitigation for this type of behaviour. Anyway, Chief Superintendent Mark Lennian, Head of Professional Standards, said the former officers should have known through the extensive training at South Wales Police that such conversations and interactions with 14-year-old children is illegal and wholly inappropriate. At the very least, he had an obligation to safeguard and report such vulnerable children, but he chose not to. During interview, he clearly lied to officers in an attempt to mislead the investigating officers and to avoid prosecution. South Wales Police expects its officers to act with honesty and integrity and not indulge in conduct which is discreditable and which undermines public confidence in the police service, whether on or off duty. French did resign from South Wales Police Force before his misconduct hearing was held, but even so, thankfully, the panel decided that his behaviour breached the standards of professional behaviour and decided that had he not resigned, he would have been dismissed. It was also deemed appropriate to add his name to the College of Policing's barred list, which must be more like a sex offenders register than anything else these days. I'm no solicitor or barrister, but the clear intent to elicit a sexual response from the profile, who French believed was a 14-year-old boy, was there, in my opinion, and the CPS failing to prosecute, I think, is disgusting. It certainly won't make people think twice about doing it if they can get off so easily. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this report informative, please give us a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments below. Help us out by sharing the videos. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates, and I'll see you in the next.